Welcome to New York Times.
Today we'll be talking about John Dalton's discoveries
And Democritus' discoveries. Who is the scientist and what is the name of their experiment?
John Dalton was an English chemist known for his work on modern atomic theory. His experiment related to gases led to the formulation of Dalton's law, or law of partial pressure, which describes how non-reacting gases in a mixture exert their own pressure independently.
People have also asked what important information was learned from the scientist's experiment.
Through his experimentation, he also developed a theory to explain color vision deficiency, from which he himself suffered from.
The third question is, who was involved in the discovery and why did it change our perspective on the atom?
Along discovering the modern atomic theory, his work changed our view of atoms by proposing that all matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms, and these atoms combine in specific ways to form different substances. This idea helped scientists understand how elements interact with each other chemically and laid the groundwork for many scientific advancements.
When did the discovery occur?
The discovery of this project occurred in 1803 when he began the formalization of the atom.
Fifth question is, how did scientists discover the new information? And what method or experiment did the scientists use?
Scientists discovered new information about John Dalton's project through various means, such as studying his original writing and experiments, conducting further research using advanced techniques not available during Dalton's time. Scientists used methods such as analyzing data from chemical reactions, observing gases, and building upon his work with theoretical developments.
The sixth question is, how did the scientist Adam look before discovery and after his discovery?
At first, atoms were an abstract concept, but later on, they became recognized as an essential component of all matter, though not usually understood until centuries later. And now we'll be talking about Democritus. The first question is, who is the scientist? What is the name of their experiment?
The scientist was Democritus, and he discovered the atomic theory.
What important information was learned from the scientist's experiment?
Some information that was learned from the Democritus experiment is that automatus is the induction that all matter is made of basic building blocks that are unbreakable in nature.
And who was involved in the discovery, and why did it change our perspective on the atom?
His teacher Leucippus was involved in the discovery and helped us understand matter is subdivided into indivisible and immutable particles.
When did this discovery occur?
This discovery occurred during 400 BCE.
How did the scientists discover the new information, and what method or experiment did the scientists use?
Democritus discovered the new information by breaking a seashell into two pieces.
How did the scientist atom look before his discovery and after his discovery?
Democritus's atom looked before his discovery was a solid, uniform, hard, and after it was known as space and infinite and moved to infinite numbers.
Now we'll be providing extra facts about John Dalton and Democritus.
The first question is, what part of his theory is supported by experimental data?
Experimental data supports John Dalton's theory that elements consist of identical atoms, and chemical reactions involve the rearrangement of these atoms.
The second question was asked, what part of Dalton's model is still true today? What part is no longer true?
True atoms are the basic units of matter. No longer true atoms are indivisible. Now we'll be talking about Democritus. What theories from Democritus are true today?
The idea that matter is composed of indivisible particles called atoms proposed by Democritus remains true today. The concept that these atoms are in constant motion and combine to form different substances aligns with our current understanding of atomic theory.
And were his theories rejected by the scientific community?
Democritus' theories were rejected because they lacked experimental evidence. Many philosophers preferred continuous matter concept, and the technologies of the time couldn't test or observe atoms effectively.
And that wraps it up for our story today. Goodbye.